suspects and deeper terror nexus at play in the deadly Red Fort blast which shocked the entire nation. The latest Delhi police has sounded an alert across all police stations, posts and border checkpoints in the national capital to trace a red Ford EcoSport car suspected to be linked to the Red Fort blast case. Meanwhile, the growing terror link to Al-Falah University in Haryana is deepening the diabolical and deadly nexus. Let's take a look at the information that has come to fore, the latest explosive which we have gathered for you to declutter the noise and bring only the facts. And here, through the help of graphics, we'll tell you about the common link between the masterminds. One of that is the Al-Falah University, the university which was allegedly used for terror activities. Al-Falah University in Haryana. Look at the individuals who've been arrested and their association. Dr. Muzammil Shakil, who's he? Professor at Al-Falah University, managed emergency wing, taught medical students, lived on college campus. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the others who have been arrested. So first is Dr. Muzammil Shakil, and this is his association as far as the Al-Falah University is concerned. After Dr. Muzammil, let's talk about Dr. Shaheen, the female doctor. This is Dr. Shaheen Saeed, also employed at Al-Falah University and tasked with heading Jaish-e-Mohammed's women's wing. According to reports, Masood Azhar's sister gave her that task of heading JEM's women's wing. Another white-collar terror member, Dr. Umar Nabi. Now, he is the person who was driving the I-20 that exploded near Red Fort. Also employed at the Al-Falah University, the suicide bomber in the Red Fort blast. This is their common link. All these individuals who have been arrested under the radar. Dr. Nisarul Hasan is an individual who is absconding since the Red Fort blast happened, suspected of concealing explosives, also worked at Al-Falah University. The common link seems to be for all of them, the Al-Falah University, which has issued a statement trying to distance itself from these white-collar terror module members. We have some breaking inputs coming in at the moment, and this is about Lady Dr. Shaheen. The terror trail of Dr. Shaheen now stands exposed. Investigations reveal her nefarious plot, a chilling insight into how an evil mind operates. Shaheen had planned to set up a so-called recruitment center. She scouted locations across Uttar Pradesh and plotted to radicalize women. We just told you how she was tasked with the job of radicalizing, brainwashing, recruiting women with the help of social media, and she was tasked with heading the women's wing of Jaish-e-Mohammed. She even planned to run the center under the guise of an NGO, a plot she had been working on for nearly 6 months. Adib is joining us on the broadcast with more details. Adib, we've been talking about the role of Dr. Shaheen, which was not just limited to being in touch with Dr. Muzammil, others, and helping them in logistics, but also in brainwashing, radicalizing, and recruiting women.
Well, definitely, Swati, see, as per the sources, what we are learning that Dr. Shaheen, who is the prime suspect in this particular case, she was very much active in the western Uttar Pradesh, especially in the districts of Saharanpur. And in fact, many of the accused in this case, they all have some connections with the Saharanpur district. And in fact, Dr. Shaheen, she wanted to open recruitment center in Saharanpur, in Hapur, and some other western districts of western Uttar Pradesh. And she wanted to run these recruitment center in the name of NGOs. So she wanted to open some NGOs so that she could recruit Muslim women, she could brainwash them, and she is, what we are learning from the sources in agencies, is that she is a perfect example of how people can be brainwashed. In fact, she was an MBBS MD doctor, and yet she was brainwashed, and she was operating for these terror groups. And now she was planning was to recruit some more Muslim women from the state of Uttar Pradesh, and like-minded, not just any people, but like-minded like-minded people with the ideology of the extremist ideology. So she was going to run all these operations from the state, from the western districts of Uttar Pradesh, and for this she was going to use the name of the NGO, and also she was using her medical degrees so that she can use it as the medical centers.
This is what she was planning to do. The agencies, the officials will have to investigate whether or not she was able to get in touch with other women. If yes, who are those people? This is a big task that has been cut out for the agencies to track down these individuals, if at all they came in touch with Shaheen and her entire module of radicalization. Thank you very much, Adeep, for getting us the details. Let's understand the curious case of Shaheen. Shaheen cracked UP Public Service Commission. This is the lady doctor part of the terror module. She topped her class 10th and 12th at Government Girls College in Lucknow. A bright mind for sure. Did her MBBS and MD from Government Medical College in Prayagraj. Let's talk about her other achievements. In 2006, Shaheen joined Medical College in Kanpur as an assistant professor. In 2008, she was transferred for 6 months to Kannauj Medical College, but then she was back to the Kanpur Medical College. In 2010, she returned to the Medical College in Kanpur. But here is how things get interesting. 2013, Shaheen stopped reporting for duty without any notice. Attempts were made by officials to get in touch with her as per college records, did not respond to any notices that were sent to her. 2021, the government then terminated Shaheen's services, and then we get to know that she was associated with Al Falah University, and that's where she met another terror suspect. That's Muzammil, who also has been arrested. We have more breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. Let's tell you more about the investigation and how it is gathering pace. Investigations have revealed that Dr. Umar wanted to carry out a spectacular attack sometime around 6th December to avenge the demolition of Babri Masjid. This is big news break that is coming to fore at the moment. The plan fell apart after the arrest of all the modules of Jaish-e-Mohammed, which consists largely of doctors. Remember how the initial analysis of the experts suggested that Dr. Umar was spooked. He was rattled after the Faridabad module was busted, and his accomplices, others part of the module, were arrested. Arrest of Dr. Muzammil Ahmad blew the lead from JEM plan, which also involved coordinated serial blasts and also attacks on areas with heavy footfall. So he wanted to carry out an attack on the 6th of December. Bhavtosh is getting us more details on that. Bhavtosh, remember, this is what we've been discussing. What was the real target? What was the ultimate goal of these terrorists of the terror module? There are inputs coming in now on that angle.
Yes, Swati, in fact, these are initial investigation, and as both National Investigation Agency and State Police try to unravel the mystery behind this audacious attempt by Omar, who blew himself outside the Red Fort, what investigators have gathered is that the 8-member module of Jaish-e-Mohammed, which have been now arrested, they wanted to carry out a spectacular attack just before the anniversary of Babri Masjid on 6th of December. But this entire module got busted, and Omar was the one who was given the task of carrying out this attack. Now, between 6th of November and till 10th of November, several key members of this module were arrested, and it was arrest of Muzammil, which in fact led to the unraveling of this entire module and also seizure of 2,900 kgs of explosives, which was in form of ammonia nitrate. Now, once Muzammil was being questioned, both Muzammil as well as Adil revealed the entire plot of as to how this module was to operate and what was their goal and how to carry out the various attacks. Now, it was not only limited to Delhi, but it was also to be carried out in other parts of North India, particularly in Delhi and also in other parts of NCR. It was not only limited to carrying out serial blast, but also to carry out use of AK-47 assault rifle. At least 6 or 7 assault rifles have also been seized. But it was Omar who had to, in fact, carry out this suicide attack. But the entire plan fell off when between Sunday and Monday, most of the terrorists were arrested. And what the arrested accused have revealed that they wanted to, in fact, arrange or at least carry out an attack to coincide with the demolition of Babri Masjid on 6th of December.
Right. So, Bhavtosh, what essentially you're saying is that a major terror attack or coordinated serial blasts have been averted, and the arrest of Muzammil Ahmad actually blew the lid off the JEM plan.
Yes, it was Muzammil's questioning as well as Adil's questioning, which in fact completely broke down the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror module. It was Adil who was first arrested. Adil was arrested after security agencies saw him pasting posters of JEM in and around Srinagar. He was arrested first. He was in fact picked up first, and he was questioned, and subsequently his questioning led to the arrest of Muzammil. Muzammil was also arrested in this case, and then woman Dr. Shaheen was arrested, and subsequently 5 others were arrested. It was searches that were carried out in Faridabad, which led to seizure of huge amount of explosives, and when subsequently they were all questioned and questioned together and separately. That in fact revealed that there was also a plan to carry out an attack which could coincide with the Babri Masjid demolition.
Right. We now know that the person driving the I-20 or the suicide bomber in this case was Dr. Umar. Others have been arrested, but there is one individual who is absconding. Bhavtosh, thank you very much for getting us the details. And another doctor from Kashmir, Dr. Nisar, is also under the lens. Let's tell you who he is and why is he under the scanner of the security agencies. Who is Dr. Nisar? A senior resident doctor at Al-Falah University. And he is missing. He is missing since the deadly Red Fort blast. He was earlier terminated from the SMHS hospital, Srinagar. And why was he terminated? He was terminated over alleged links with terror outfits. So did Al-Falah University not do a background check of this individual? In 2023, a case was registered in connection with terror activities against Dr. Hassan. Now, this is what we're given to understand. Dr. Hassan's daughter has been detained for questioning by the agencies. Despite terror links, Dr. Hassan worked at Al-Falah. That raises some serious concerns and questions as to how did he manage to get into Al-Falah University with that kind of track record, with that kind of past. It's not just Dr. Hassan who's missing. There's another vehicle that the officials are looking for, a second car that was used by terror suspects. These are the details that are coming to fore about a EcoSport car suspected to be linked to Umar Nabi. Look out for the red EcoSport car is currently underway, and all the officials at border checkpoints have been alerted. EcoSport car number is DL10CK0458. Umar used a fake address to register the car. The registration details, if you go through the registration details, it says car owner's name is Umar Nabi. Registered in the name of Umar Nabi, 5 Delhi police team in search of EcoSport car. Not just that, police officials from neighboring states have also been alerted about this car. Lastly, let's take you through the chain of radicalization. The radicalization process that everyone is talking about. This incident, this involvement of doctors, educated individuals, professionals has actually created shock waves. Let's tell you who's at the top of this chain. The chain of radicalization. It's Maulvi Irfan, a former paramedical staffer at GMC Srinagar, served as an imam in Naugam. He gets in touch with Dr. Adil Ahmad Rathar, a senior resident at GMC Anantnag, who in turn is in touch with Dr. Umar Nabi, studied at GMC Srinagar, senior resident doctor at GMC Anantnag, also employed at Al-Falah, and he's the suicide bomber. In this case, Dr. Adil Ahmad was also in touch with Dr. Muzammil Shakil, a professor at Al-Falah University, and who in touch was with the female doctor, the lady doctor, Dr. Shaheen Shaheed, employed at Al-Falah University. This is the chain of radicalization. At the top of the chain is Maulvi Irfan. For the moment, we're taking a very short break on the broadcast. We'll get you more updates and developments on the other side of coverage. We'll continue.